Where am I from? I am from beautiful Butte, Montana. I have grown up here since I was a child. Well, I was actually born here. So I've grown up here for the last 27 years. Because I've grown up here, I've learned how to deal with a small town. In a small town, we don't have a lot of resources. We have a Walmart and we have a few restaurants, but we don't have anything major like bigger cities, like Arizona, for example. Um, like a lot of places in Arizona have beautiful views. They have long winding roads. They have the Grand Canyon. I mean, we have national parks, which is wonderful if you're into animal um, and sightseeing. I love all that. I don't mind that, but I hate the cold. And unfortunately, we get a lot of cold here. But because I was born here, I have learned how to cope with living in a small town. I had two children. My first, I was pregnant with in high school, and I graduated, had her, and then my second came shortly after. My second was born with a rare disease called SAVI. When she was diagnosed, she was roughly the 30th person in the entire world that was given that diagnosis. And with her diagnosis comes many, many complications, including interstitial lung disease, arthritis, osteoporosis, so many issues that you can think of. And being in Butte, Montana, where I'm from, we don't have big hospitals. We don't have all the equipment needed to care for a child like mine. So my biggest goal is to be able to help individuals who are going through the exact same situation as me. With that, I want to go to med school or nursing school, and I want to be able to show families and children and um, close friends how to cope with children like that. I want to show them that it's possible. I want to show them that I can help them navigate through that because I have been there. I want to request for specialists to come back to Butte, Montana and stay in Butte, Montana. I want to keep a good ground where we're at. And that is my biggest goal, is to establish a care facility in Butte, Montana, even though we're small, so that we're able to cope and manage and help families manage children with any type of disease. I mean, diabetes, they all require endocrinologists, and we don't have those specialists here. We need rheumatologists here. We need pulmonologists. The closest places that we have to us that have all of those specialists are about 2 to 3 hours away. I want to provide that in a small setting here. Hey everyone, my name is Kyla and I am from beautiful Butte, Montana. I personally would love to move out of here because I do not enjoy the small town that I'm from. However, it is always somebody else's cup of tea, and it seems to be a hot tourist spot lately, which is great for those that would like to tour Butte. I have personally lived here my entire life, and because of that, I've noticed that there's some flaws in our healthcare system. And not necessarily just our healthcare system, but more so the environment and hospitals and specialists that we have in small places. Butte is one of those small places. We have a Walmart and a couple little grocery stores and a couple restaurants. We don't have a huge place. We don't have Arizona. Like I look at places like Denver and Arizona and Oregon, California, all of those are huge and they have phenomenal resources. Butte does not. Shortly after I graduated high school, I had two little girls. I was pregnant my senior year of high school, and my youngest was born almost right after that, and she is now 6. But she was born with a really rare disease called SAVI. That stands for sting-associated vasculopathy in infancy. She requires specialists such as endocrinology, rheumatology, pulmonology, cardiology, GI, etc. She has to travel other places in order to make those appointments. So for her to see all the specialists in one day, she has to go to a place like Denver, Colorado, which I don't know if any of you have driven there from Butte, Montana, but it's about a 12-hour drive, and it's not the funnest. I mean, it's okay, it's manageable, but it's not the best. And my main goal is to hopefully finish up my degree. I am personally going for something in the healthcare field. Right now, I work as a medical assistant, which has given me a phenomenal range of the healthcare system. I see everything from the front to the back. Um, it's it's a really great tool to work in healthcare as a medical assistant or CNA or something if you are interested in the healthcare field, because you can kind of see all sides. You can see the doctor's side, you can see the nurse's side, you can see the nurse's aide side, you can see the janitor side. I mean, you can see anything. And you see patients from all over the city with all different types of diseases, illnesses, you name it. But for my daughter, she cannot really see anybody here because we don't have the specialists or the tools necessary to take care of her. So instead, she has to travel, which means a lot of time off of work, a lot of time off of school, etc. So I am hoping to change that eventually. As I mentioned in the previous slide, right now I am a medical assistant. I work in a family medical clinic, which means that I take care of patients ranging from 0 to 110. I have a broad range of patients every day, and I love my job. I started working there because I wanted to explore the healthcare field a little more. And after being there, I decided I really wanted to be either a nurse or a doctor. I haven't decided which I want to do yet. I'm really struggling in biology. So I may go for nursing, but we'll see. Right now, I'm just kind of learning and exploring my options. I've been researching different programs that UA has to offer and just kind of viewing what kind of degrees I can get. I really love research. I love solving other people's problems. I love discussing their problems. I love helping and offering support. I like to be on both sides of the fence. I've seen the medical side where, oh, this is a problem, we'll fix it with this, and, solves the problem. But I also like being on the nursing side where I get to hear about my patient's granddaughter. I get to hear about their new baby. I get to hear about what issues they're having that day and why. I like to explore all areas. So I haven't really decided where I want to go yet or what I want to do. But my biggest goal right now is to get through school with some degree. I'm not sure which yet. But I would like to move away. I would like to move to Denver, if possible, or maybe Missoula, which is in Montana, just as a place that offers more for my child. I feel like with the disease that she has to go to Maryland right now for treatment sometimes, which is about 36 hours from where I'm at. And it's kind of a long haul. I mean, even traveling by plane, it's an all-day adventure. And it's not fair to her to be so far away from medical staff that can take such great care of her and know her disease. I would really like to pursue a degree, and finally get on a path where I'm able to afford a place in a big city like Denver and move away with her. That way she has the care that she needs every day, she has the resources needed, and eventually when I graduate, I hope to be a part of that team. Right now, I would really like to work in a children's hospital. I feel like they understand, the medical staff and the patients all understand and have one common interest, and that is the child. I have been on the receiving end of a children's hospital with my child, and if it wasn't for those children's hospitals, I probably would have lost my daughter by now. She has been life flighted out 3 times in 6 years, and they have saved her life each time. They have been phenomenal, and they have been honestly miracle workers in most days. And because I've been there, I have a big interest in caring for other families the way that the nurses and the medical doctors and teams have helped care for my child. I would really like to be on the other end of that, and I would really like to be the one caring for a child in a children's hospital instead of receiving that care, although my daughter's journey is far from over. But that's where I would like to start. I would like to start by doing that once I get a degree. And again, I'm still not sure where I want to go. I haven't decided on nursing or medical school, although I'm kind of leaning towards nursing because I feel like with that, I can explore a little more. I can look at the different areas. I don't have to choose a specialty right away. I can do pediatrics for a while, and if I get bored or if I don't like it, it's too hard, I can go somewhere else. And I just want to kind of take it day by day and see where it leads me. And I just want to work on both sides and see how I can help other families the way that my child has been helped. I would like to make things easier on a family if I can and help them come to terms with everything. I mean, children's hospitals right now see everything. They see terminally ill, they see Down syndrome, they see cancer, they see blood disorders, they see constipation. I mean, they see everything under the sun. And I want to be able to see all of that individuality and all those personalities. And I want to be able to meet all of those families and share my journey as well as listen to theirs so that they have somebody that has been in those shoes, so that they have somebody that they can relate to and that they feel comfortable talking to. I always want to be that person, and I just really hope that I can be that. And right now, that's my biggest goal in life. I just want healthy, happy children, and I want to provide that for another family also.